Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining today's session on apps and young users, warnings and safeguards. As educators, caregivers, and parents, we know that technology is woven into the daily lives of our children. Many apps are helpful tools for communication and creativity, but others pose risks that are not always obvious, especially as app developers become more sophisticated in disguising potentially dangerous features. Today, we'll explore three categories of high-risk apps: hidden vault apps, anonymous messaging apps, and AI-driven chat companion apps. We'll look at recent news events, FBI guidance, and resources from the North Carolina Attorney General's office to better understand how to protect our children in the digital world. My goal is to equip you with the tools, language, and confidence to monitor technology use and foster safe digital habits at home. To set the stage, we're going to focus on categories rather than single apps because individual apps change rapidly. Hidden vault apps, anonymous messaging platforms, and AI chat companions all introduce risks that children often aren't ready developmentally prepared to navigate. The biggest concern is that many of these apps are intentionally designed to avoid adult detection, making parental monitoring much more challenging. Recent research shows that children and teens lack the self-regulation needed to make safe decisions online without guidance. In addition, the FBI warns that social media features like anonymity, live streaming, and disappearing content are increasingly being used by offenders to contact minors. Understanding these categories will help you recognize the dangers even as new apps appear. Hidden Vault apps. Hidden Vault apps look like harmless tools, often disguised as calculators or file storage apps. They hide encrypted photos, videos, and private messages behind a decoy screen. Examples include Calculator Lock Pro and Hide It Pro. The concern isn't the app itself, but how it is used. Teens often download them to hide conversations with strangers, share inappropriate images, or bypass parental controls. Several school districts nationwide have reported an uptick in vault apps linked to sextortion cases, where predators coerce minors into sharing content and then threaten to expose them. In recent 2025 news reports, law enforcement stressed that vault apps were found on devices of youth involved in online harm investigations. The FBI continues to warn that vault apps are commonly used to conceal grooming or predatory interactions. It's essential for parents to regularly check devices for duplicate apps, like two calculators, which is often the first red flag. Anonymous messaging apps. Anonymous messaging apps such as NGL, Sendit, and YOLO allow users to receive messages or feedback without knowing who sent them. While marketed as fun and interactive, research consistently shows that anonymity increases cyberbullying, harassment, and impersonation. In the last 6 months, multiple U.S. schools have reported anonymous threats submitted through NGL, leading to building lockdowns and investigations. Some apps have been the subject of lawsuits for failing to protect teen users. The FBI School Safety Task Force reports that anonymous school social apps are a leading platform for online threats and recommends immediate adult monitoring when children receive anonymous messages online. AI chat apps like Replica, Character AI, and Chai allow users to create custom AI friends or companions. While some adults use them for harmless conversation, these apps often bypass normal content filters. Investigations in 2024 to 2025 found that minors could easily access sexualized or emotionally manipulative content, leading some families to report emotional dependency and grooming like behaviors from AI bots. Because these apps adapt to user input, they can quickly escalate into inappropriate conversations without the child recognizing the danger. The FBI recently issued warnings about the increasing use of AI platforms by offenders who manipulate children into inappropriate engagement. Parents should monitor for these apps because they can appear harmless at first glance. For each app category, I've included at least one FBI resource. These are highly recommended reading for families. The FBI's Online Predators and Geolocation Risk discusses how offenders use location features in apps to target minors, while the FBI's 2025 podcast on school violence threats addresses anonymous messaging apps tied to recent school threats. Lastly, Emerging AI Exploitation Risks Video Brief warns caregivers about AI chatbots that solicit minors for explicit content. These resources are credible, up to date, and created specifically to protect youth. Our North Carolina former Attorney General Josh Stein, and now current governor, has an online safety initiative dedicated to protecting children from digital harm. The NC Department of Justice website provides timely alerts on harmful apps, digital privacy risks, and steps parents can take if their child has been targeted online. Within the past year, Stein's office released safety bulletins addressing anonymous apps and AI-related youth risks. I strongly encourage to use the North Carolina DOJ's reporting tools to advocate for stronger protections. Their website also includes resources for law enforcement follow-up and youth mental health support. After reviewing the app risks, here are evidence-based safeguards. Turn on parental controls and app store restrictions. Disable automatic downloads and require approval for all new apps. Additionally, routinely check for duplicate or hidden-looking apps. Disable GPS and location sharing for minors. Keep a device charging station in a public area in your household to avoid late-night usage. And most importantly, research shows that an open and ongoing parent-child conversations about digital behavior reduce online harm more effectively than restrictions alone. Recent professional literature supports many of the safeguards we just discussed. For example, Anderson found that youth lack the digital self-regulation skills needed to safely navigate emotionally persuasive apps, including AI chat systems. Kowalski warned that anonymity intensifies aggressive and bullying behaviors among teens. Overall, research from the Journal of Adolescent Health emphasizes that digital risks are not about technology itself, but about how that technology interacts with gaps in adolescent brain development. This is where informed adult supervision makes all the difference. After reviewing several parental control tools, I recommend Bark and NetNanny. Bark uses AI to analyze text messages, social media interactions, and searches for warning signs such as flagging depression, threats, bullying, or predatory behavior. NetNanny offers highly rated content filtering, app blocking, and real-time alerts with a clean parent dashboard. Now, both offer free trials and both are affordable for families. They consistently rank among the strongest tools for digital safety. To conclude, while apps evolve quickly, the core risks remain the same: anonymity, hidden communication, and unmonitored interaction with strangers or AI systems. Parents don't have to be experts in technology, but staying aware, opening conversations, and using monitoring tools creates the safest environment for our kids. Thank you for your commitment to protecting our children and partnering with schools to create safer digital communities. Now, the final slide lists the full APA references used throughout my presentation. Please feel free to reach out if you'd like to help using any of these tools or applying these safeguards at home. Thank you.